here goes Mariner Beckett cussing up a storm, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how did you break those barriers?
I think, Mike and the writers for Lower Decks got away with a lot more because of the medium, because it was animated. There was a feeling from the rest of the franchise and from the producers that like, oh, like this is sort of like, there's more permission to be a little wilder, to do some weirder stuff, to do some riskier stuff, to swear. Nobody even told us that we couldn't hear the curse words. Just Mike McMahon decided it was funnier to bleep them. So like they were just given permission, I think, because animation was just so new and it was so different. And also truly, I would love to sit in a room and just write Star Trek for Star Trek fans only.
Yes.
However, it is a new world. It's the streaming world. We have to bring in new viewers. Ignoring that is like, it's just not reality. So as much as I would love to write the Ben Sisko love letter that only speaks to people who already know the canon, like I was tasked with also working really hard to handhold and bring in brand new people, some of whom are very young. And Lower Decks had to do the same thing. It had to bring in people who didn't normally watch Star Trek, or who thought Star Trek was too stuffy, or who thought it was too sciencey and too techy, while still honoring what all of us fans love about it. So it's not easy needles to thread, but I think both shows are up to the challenge.
What demographic are you looking to acquire now with the current iteration of Starfleet Academy? I mean, the easy answer is young folks, but specifically, who are you writing for?
That's a good question. I think that's probably a showrunner question for Alex Kurtzman and Noga Landau, our co-showrunners, because truth be told, I don't know. I would write for, I was writing for people who love Trek, and then I was doing my best to write for people who I wanted to love Trek.
Yes.
But I don't know. I would be curious to ask them that question too. I think we should ask every writer that question, like, who are you writing for? And I bet it's a little different for each of us, which is how you have more broad appeal.
Interesting. All right, rapid fire. Check this out. Every iteration of Star Trek, even Star Trek The Next Generation, believe it or not, has faced hella adversity. Starting from the very beginning, what's that black woman doing on the bridge? There's always been some sort of pushback. And this Starfleet Academy is no different. However, in this modern day and age, they're being incited and encouraged to speak down or look down on inclusive casts and inclusive plot lines. Can you speak to the Trek new cast members that we love so much, like Carice and Sandro and everybody, as to how to deal adversity that comes along with the Star Trek franchise, knowing that they'll try to hate it before they love it?
Yeah, I would say, I mean, the unfortunate thing is that our new cast is entering into a long tradition of this same thing happening with every Trek show. Every Trek show goes through this, like you said. What's doubly unfortunate, I feel, is this is the first time we have such a majority young cast. And I think that it's one thing to talk shit about Lower Decks because, when Lower Decks came out, we got a bunch of hate, but we were all grown adults with full long careers.
Right.
Just destroying things in the background. Interrupting this serious thing I'm trying to say. We had full long careers and we could take it. Whereas with these young people, I'm like, this is some of their first time being seen by this many people. This is some of their first time having their work scrutinized, having their bodies and their image scrutinized.